Welcome back to the Midwest Takeoff. I'm your host, Troop Nation.
And I'm Mila Topics. And today we have a great show ahead.
Yes, we do.
We have a wonderful guest coming today. She is truly a remarkable woman. She goes by the name of Miss Kenya Brown.
It's Kenya Brown.
She is a radio personality at 93.1, and she's going to tell us about so much more things that she's involved on. So come on up here, Miss Kenya Brown.
Miss Kenya Brown, welcome.
Super excited.
There we go.
Hi, beautiful.
Hey, y'all.
How you doing?
Good.
How's your
How
day
y'all
going?
doing?
Yeah, I'm
Look,
doing
it's
good.
wonderful.
Coordinating the day.
Y'all look great.
So do you. I like that.
I
shirt.
wasn't ready. See, you ain't tell me I needed to bring the boots.
Oh.
Boots. I was not
Listen, you
prepared.
never disappoint. Anytime I see you, you definitely be styling and profiling.
Aw,
So I knew
sure.
you would today too. So
you,
I'm just so happy to have you here on this show.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I appreciate being invited.
Oh yeah, for sure. So to jump right into it, how is it going on 93.1 and being a radio personality star?
She is.
Yes.
Oh,
How is that?
It's really a dream come true because I grew up listening to 93 back in the day, before it was even Radio 1. So it was Lynn Tolliver back then. And
I remember that.
he was so iconic, and just never in my wildest dreams did I think I would be one of those.
Iconic.
You know,
iconic
one
people.
of those radio
The
personalities
voice. Yes.
in the city.
In the city.
that I grew up in. So,
That's so dope.
that
That's
makes
amazing.
it even more sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Like, I swear, and I listen to it too, 93.1. I'm like, when I hear your voice, like, everybody don't have a voice to be on radio, you know? And so that's just the
But
truth.
you
I like,
capture the people.
and she really does.
You know what? I hated my voice. Can you believe that?
Really?
No, because everybody always had these like bubbly, cheery voices and things, but I had more of like a
calm
raspy voice.
But it's calm, and it's for the 93. You got to think about the type of music that's playing on there.
I know, but
It's vibes.
I think the first time that I heard my voice recorded, I was like, oh my gosh,
Like,
I
you about to
hate
freak
this.
out.
Like, nobody record me ever again. But, when you get into radio, you start to hear all of these different voices. And then you realize that's what makes you unique is, people being able to distinguish your voice from the next voice. So it really doesn't matter. Whether it sounds perfect to you or not. It
Sounds good to us.
Yeah.
On our way
Thank
home.
you, darling.
So,
Thank you.
some of the people that you interview during the 93.1, do you have like a favorite segue that you did so far, or?
Oh my goodness. Like, as far as 93 is concerned, I've interviewed so many people in my career, which probably started about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's been, my favorite person as a guest though, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
He always seemed like
No.
the coolest dude ever, for real.
He was
Uncle Snoop.
Uncle Snoop, he was like such a star.
Yeah.
Like, we've had other people come into the studio and, it's really cool. And I'm not dissing anybody who's ever come in the studio. So we have like all these different studios. So everybody, of course, is Snoop Dogg, right? So
Right.
everybody has their beat that they want Snoop to rap over. And these aren't like just a few seconds.
They already
of-
planned this ahead before he got there. They just knew.
we all knew. We was like, okay,
Snoop Dogg
we
about to come
gonna
in
we
the show.
Snoop Dogg coming to the show.
We gotta be
Like,
prepared.
we gotta be prepared. We gotta have an instrumental that we
Right.
want him to rap over. So pull up the instrumental, bam, he just like going and going and going and going. I was
that's
like, this
crazy.
dude's mind
It's still
was
good.
so sharp. Like, he was talking about the stuff in the room. He just was going. He nonstop.
Yeah,
I
thought
was
process
like-
was good.
But then he get up and go to the next studio and do the same thing.
That's super
Oh, so he got bars like freestyle king for real.
Nah,
Yes.
yeah,
Shout
and that's
out to
good.
Uncle
'Cause
Snoop.
A lot of people have to write their stuff down, and just to be able to do a freestyle like that off the top of the dome, that's some talent.
That was crazy
Yeah.
to me. But so this is the only guest that I ever saw, like all the salespeople, all the
Everybody freaking out
salespeople's
about.
kids. We have like windows
Yeah.
around the sides of our studio. So
Oh, it's crowded.
in the DJ booth, on the office side of the building, on the studio side of the building, everybody's looking in the freaking
Window.
Is that really
window.
Snoop
Oh
Dogg?
my God.
Is that really Snoop
It was
Dogg?
like standing room only. It was, I don't know, just to see the commotion around this
Yeah,
dude,
that's
and
super dope.
it wasn't just black. It was
everybody.
Everybody.
just wanted to see this dude.
I wouldn't mind meeting Snoop either.
He one of those
For
people
real.
that no matter how old he gets, he keep rebranding himself. Like he keeps recreating himself. Like, and I love that about a lot of our rappers, like Dr. Dre, Diddy, certain people you get to see. That's like rap is more than just rap. They're in so many different avenues.
He created himself as the brand.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's the brand.
But just as cool as you see him,
Yeah.
He
was
really
just
like
as
that in
cool.
real life.
I was like, look at what you did to all these people. He was like, they here to see you. You the star. I was like, ah.
Making you feel good. That's
Yeah.
so dope.
So he was a good person. So that was my most fun,
Okay.
I would say.
Speaking of fun, I always gotta drop in a little extra, because we go, we talk seriously on here on the Midwest Takeoff, talk about everything, but we always gonna have some fun with y'all.
Yes,
so this is even more exciting because I didn't even before I thought about the game. I'm like, I always want to add some fun, but you're on the radio, so I know you're gonna know these answers and these lyrics and these artists.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see. Am I allowed to answer it too?
No, sir, you are not. Miss
It
Kayla
depends
Brown.
on
is
what
the-
genre it come out
Oh
of.
no,
now.
you're going. We all know these. So I'm going to this.
Don't be giving me the hippity hop.
It's about some future lines.
I can't do Meek Mill. I don't
Okay.
know. All right. I don't know what he said.
Is that Barney? I don't know. No.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right.
So I'm gonna say the lyrics, and you're gonna guess what's next.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
We like them boys up top from the.
Uh-huh. I need some more. Wait. Oh, from the BK.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Good job.
We like them boys up top from the BK.
Okay.
Know how to flip that money three ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Clean on the freeway.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Okay. Y'all over here jamming for real.
I was like, okay.
She had to
wait,
really
I gotta get the
think.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't know?
Got you.
Oh, I knew who it was, but I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all,
He wasn't trying to help.
I wasn't about to sing that song.
All right,
But the song is a hit, though. It's fire.
Exactly to this day.
Yeah. That's
You need to put that money 3 ways,
Yes.
See?
6 ways nowadays.
Nowadays.
Okay,
Nah,
look at you.
Freestyle. Freestyle. That's a bar right there.
Okay.
All right, are you ready for the next one?
All right.
go.
Okay.
This is for them steak crunk. Throw it up, dubs on the.
Yeah, that's Sierra, but I can't think of.
I know this one.
Don't even say it, too. Don't help her. She got a good.
I'm trying to
15
orient
seconds.
myself to your Sierra.
This is for them steak crunk. Throw it up, dubs on the.
Yeah.
She got options?
I ain't giving her the options.
Yeah,
Okay, can you do like a couple more couple more
Give her
words?
some options to pick from.
Words. Wait. Wait. A, B, C.
Yeah.
All right, is it Chevrolet? For them dubs on the Chevrolet? Is it
Yes.
is it dubs on the Chevy or dubs on the Cadillac?
Wait.
This is for them steak crunk. Throw it up, dubs on the. Come on,
I don't know.
Cadillac.
Yeah.
It's Cadillac. If you say Chevrolet, I'm gonna look
She
at
was
you
about
like,
to say
okay.
it. She was like, "Nah, I'm about to say
It
Kia."
didn't fit. It didn't fit with the, so I was like, okay, it ain't no shit.
I know you're gonna know
That
this
beat
song.
on that song was fire though.
Hard. And I was about to say the words, but I keep forgetting too. I have to be hearing the song.
Yeah.
I interviewed Sierra when she was a little kid. She was when Scrappy was a little kid.
Yeah.
Sierra, they all did this
What was that,
Russ Parr
Jazzy
bus
Faye?
tour. It was
Russ Parr.
Little Bow Wow
What?
on that little tour. And he was a little kid and he was so shy. And
That is so
he was
crazy.
just so quiet backstage. But as soon as they turned the microphone
He was a
on,
whole other person.
he was a whole different person. Like the way this dude lit up and like took over the stage, I was like, that is not the little kid that I was just sitting there talking to.
He was on the stage jamming, going in.
No, for real.
For
I
real?
was like,
Super
he
dope.
has so
There's a lot
much
of people like that.
personality.
Yeah.
If you turn on a mic, the camera,
He
it was
ready.
like,
On
bang.
point.
I was like, wow.
That's super dope. A lot of those people, like when they have like certain artists, they have different personas, or like how Beyonce got like Sasha Fierce, or like SZA, she always talk about her stage on anxiety that she have with doing stage performances. So it's like once they had that other side, they turned up.
It's like a freedom, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you quiet in your regular life and then you get to just like explode
No, yeah.
somewhere else. So.
Exactly. I feel like that with Mila Topics a little bit.
Yeah.
It's definitely, it is.
True Nation, yeah.
Oh, you are a walking explosion, honey. You
Thank
always got
you.
some energy.
I love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, all right. I know you know this one. I do. I think I have two more.
2. All right, let's get it.
Even when those 20s stop spinning and all those gold digging women,
Disappear.
Hey,
she'll
okay.
still be here.
That song is fire.
Hey.
He
That-
said he was going to stop performing. They clown my boy.
Did
Man, that song
they?
is
Yeah, they
actually a
did.
classic. That's really like one of those songs that you can't forget once it comes on.
No, it is. It definitely is.
That's gonna play in my head all day.
Nah, it's gonna
Wait
be
till I
in
get in the car.
Right. He going to be like, must be nice.
You know. Hey, you know who else I rock with?
Who?
Common. Common got some great bars. man.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, like for me, I guess my go-to back in the day, like for just making me think, would have been Pac and KRS-One.
KRS-One.
I used to love Rakim. Those was my
Your go-tos.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Jay. I love Jay.
You know who
I
they
love
they,
Jay-Z too.
they leave out Method Man. Like I'm so, but
I
Method
can't lie,
Man
I can't-
for lyrics, he's one of
Yeah.
my favorite lyricists.
Really?
Method Man is one of my favorite lyricists. I don't know why, but if I ever meet that dude, like, bro,
You did it.
he can rap. Like for
No,
real.
he is the cool.
Wu-Tang Clan.
He seemed like a cool dude too.
He was
just on his own screen
he's
presence
a
that I
really,
saw.
really cool dude. Okay, I got a story.
Go
about
ahead.
All right, let's go.
Go ahead. Story time. It is.
Spill the juice. I want to know.
So I'm doing this
Yeah.
interview with Method Man. He came in town, and he was like this mix between like the sweetest guy, but he also had like
That little thug side.
smart mouth, like a little bit,
ready
like
for the thug.
you know how people just be like, I ain't following your rules.
No, I feel you like a rebel a little bit.
So I'm doing this interview with him. He pulls out a blunt. We're on the WB, mind you. That, you know, when I had a show called Blink TV back in the day. We had rappers, whatever. So he pulls out this blunt, and it's like a gospel, like a church-owned network. The rappers weren't even allowed to like grab their crotches. We had
Right.
to like edit a million things out.
Right.
And he pulls out this blunt. I was like,
Oh my God.
so you just didn't want me to be able to use this
Right.
interview at all? But yeah.
You just gonna roll up in front of
hilarious,
everybody.
And he took a little boy. It was a little boy in the room. He took him to the mall, to Tower City, to buy him some shoes. He said, "Look at you, man." He said, "You perfectly." He said, "You're a waste of a perfectly good white boy." He said, "I'm gonna go get you some shoes." And he did,
And bought the dude
and he
some
meant
shoes.
it.
Oh wow! So a man of his word too.
Yeah.
That's always
Bought
good.
that kid some shoes.
That is always good.
Well, if you want to send some shoes to the Midwest Takeoff,
Tell him, yeah, we ready.
yeah,
What's up, man?
you feel me?
So this last one that I have for you
Okay.
is you have to guess the song and the artist. And this is really easy.
Okay.
You know, we got Valentine's Day coming around the corner, you know? And I just feel like it's
What
gonna
you
be
do for
perfect.
Valentine's Day?
We're gonna get into that. I don't even know. You know, I'm still figuring it out. these
Yeah,
days.
man, the clouds looks nice outside today. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Valentine's Day, you know, if you got a sweetie, you know what I'm saying, rock with your sweetie and, you know, happy all that. Don't trip over a rock, you know, but, you know.
What?
I'm throwing a little shade. I'm throwing a little shade out there.
You must not be trying to get nothing.
Yeah,
for
he
Valentine's
don't make nobody upset.
I ain't gonna make
on the
nobody upset.
podcast.
Yeah, I ain't
See,
gonna.
my
You got
think
your
she
nice
true
red
love.
on.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
Okay.
saying? You're supposed to keep it player.
Keep
Come
the
on,
hope
man.
alive for him,
Okay,
true.
I'm
Keep
gonna
it player.
send some
Please,
flowers
keep it cool.
Yes.
to whoever's looking.
Don't do that to the special woman in your life. You messing up. We on candy.
We trying to help you, man.
We trying to help him.
Okay.
Get my vocals ready.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know. Meet me at the altar in your white dress.
Hey,
We ain't getting no younger, we might as well do it.
do it.
Been feeling you all through my girl, I must confess.
How you do?
What's the
Let's get married.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
You already know the song.
Yeah.
Who is it by, man?
Who's it by?
You know them people.
Them people.
Them
Why
people.
y'all messing with? You know what I'm saying? My brain right now. I do. It's like right here in
You
my
know
mouth.
what?
The people, the guys. I
them.
see their face, y'all. Hey,
Hey.
you.
Who is this man? I don't know this man.
See, I'm gonna give y'all a secret. As you get older, that's why you call everybody sweetie and different things.
And
like,
dear.
because you can't remember.
It's not even about being older
can't
because I still
remember.
don't know certain songs.
I'm good with faces.
Until our people until I'm like
Jagged Edge.
There you go.
Oh, that came out the. Let's go.
I knew.
Jagged
I
Edge.
knew.
That was them.
I
The
knew
Price
them,
is
I
Right.
added them.
What's up, Jagged Edge? Love y'all.
Yeah. There
Nah,
we go.
seriously. But that was super fun. But just getting into, I know we first started off with you doing 93.1, and you have talked about a couple different things you've already done. Like, you are obviously a beautiful woman, so I know that comes easy for you to be able to be a part of these things, but like, it takes so much more than just beauty. It takes brains too. So what even got you started from like wanting to do this or getting into the industry?
Great question.
Well,
Great question.
which you mean just in entertainment in general?
Entertainment in general,
okay.
yeah.
So I was a student at Cleveland State University.
Shout out Cleveland the Vikings.
Yes. Communications, film, and digital media, great program. We had hardball with Chris Matthews. They visited our campus, and I was so fascinated. It was like this big satellite truck. I got a chance to meet the director and, see what they were doing. And they allowed some of the students to work on the production.
Okay.
So I was like, look, whatever you need me to do, I will come to wherever your next city is, whatever. I just want to be on the set. I just want to learn what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Taking all that information in.
I wanted to just learn everything. Right. So
that's super dope.
They probably thought like, this kid is crazy. This girl's nuts. So I keep in touch with the producers. They say, okay, Pennsylvania, that's going to be our next place. So I got a hotel room at the same place that they were staying. I'm on the set with them at the same time as the producers. I'm checking everything out. It's a really big show.
Yeah.
So like all the executive producers were there and everything. So they're looking around like, who is that? Who this woman? And so the producer that let me tag along, he said, this is Kenya. She goes to Cleveland State, and she asked could she tag along, and she paid for her own hotel and all of that. And he looked at me. This is the big boss. He said, "I like that." He said, "I like you." He said, "Pay for all her stuff and fly her out to the next location."
That's a blessing. That's fire.
So
that's
I got to stay like with them and get a per diem, and so I was just doing it because I was curious. I just wanted to know. Hungry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just teach me something. Just let me. And I worked with them for about 8 years.
That is super dope.
That is
and
amazing.
they flew me out. They paid my rental cars, everything for.
All off of one thing, you going off of faith and really putting that
off
into
of
yourself.
faith.
You knew what you wanted to do from the get-go.
Yeah.
That's
two little kids.
Okay.
Yeah. But I couldn't stay. In New York. I was offered a job there. And so I said, well, I'm going to do something I want to do. So did Bling TV show. It was on the WB here. And we featured like local talent and different things. And I also worked for TV 20 as a reporter. So I did sports and I was the executive producer for that. Everything.
How was it with the sports?
Okay.
I heard you say I had to chime in real quick because
Mr. Super Bowl today.
Super Bowl is coming today, so I got to know about the sports and how was it when you tapped into that side.
Okay, see, I can't lie to y'all. I got to be real because I was invited to do a sport. I got a DM. DMs wasn't that big of a deal back then. So got a DM inviting me to be a guest on a sports show.
Okay.
Not a sports person like that.
Right.
Like that.
But you came in there and took over. Go ahead.
Came in there. They just kept inviting me back.
Yes.
And kept. So I was a co-host.
Did you
on
know a
this
lot
show.
about sports at the time?
No. So I had to just like ask
Wait,
my
yeah,
husband,
I was about to
like,
say the same
like,
thing.
what
what's the
is
stats?
this? What's happening? And I had to just start watching the games. So it was a little intimidating because like my co-hosts were like super
Experts.
sports guys.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, remember back in 65, such and such had the title. And I'm like, okay, how can I present this in a way?
Or you still look like you know what you're talking about.
Right. So I'm not sitting there looking like a fool.
Mm-hmm.
But I figured it's not a lot of women in sports for me to look at. You know, at that time
examples,
it
yeah.
wasn't.
Probably had a lot of research to do, didn't you?
So I'm just watching the games, but it was still exciting to me. You know, I was still learning about the sport. And I was like, it's got to be a perspective that somebody wants to hear.
Yeah.
That's
From your
like
side,
mine.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? You're
makes
the
sense.
wife that's sitting there watching the game with her husband, or
Yeah.
you know, the guy who wasn't the sports guy.
Now,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Or even
the basketball
I was
wise
even-
now, you just started that. You probably the pioneer of that for real.
Even the women that's playing basketball in general, we need a women representation when it comes to a lot of different
Right,
things.
because
So
we
that's
don't want to
super
hear
dope.
all those
We
stats
don't.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I was coming with my heels, and I
Yeah.
was being like
Being
me.
as beautiful
Yeah.
as
I
you
was
are,
like, I can't do it any way else but
than the way you
me.
can.
Yeah.
So
And did your thing.
Kind of how that went. Yeah.
That's fire.
That is super dope.
Now, have you ever got like with the like say football, right? For instance, you ever got to get on the field and actually throw? You got a good spiral. I gotta know, man. You really jumped into it.
I'm a good talker.
No.
Okay.
I'm a good talker.
I stick with what I'm good at.
And I'm curious, so you know that's gonna lend to anything that you
Yeah.
do is
Right.
be
and,
curious.
and shoot, you tapped in on the road. You might be able to throw something. You never know what you put your mind to.
Listen,
You never know.
I
Don't say.
ain't interested.
No.
I can't do
I did
it.
do some flag football back in the day, Troop.
Did you?
Yeah, just 2 games.
No, I can low-key see that though. For
I
some
really
reason,
can. I can see
you can
that
see it too.
I can see it too.
that
I'm a little bit of a tomboy.
a little bit.
I might wear tennis shoes tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was 105 pounds, soaking wet, like in high school.
Where
so
you like sports is not for me.
They would have destroyed me.
Would they? Did you do
I
anything?
played basketball.
Did you?
Look, I played basketball, but I was so lanky and skinny. Like
It
I
didn't
broke
work.
both of my middle fingers.
Oh my! You was
man.
fragile.
I was fragile. It just wasn't for me. But hey,
No, it's okay. You found with your niche.
I did.
So I know you do, and we talking about the radio and things like that, and like film and behind the scenes stuff like that. But there's other things that you do as well, and I want you to let the people know.
well,
You be involved. And I remember, I'm just a real quick story too. Before I even started, I was doing Ohio Media School. I want to say 2019, and I remember calling her. And I'm like, I want some advice. Like, what do I do? And I remember one of the key things you said at the time, and I kind of got offended, and I never told you this.
aw.
And you were like, it's definitely, good. I'm proud of you for doing this. But she's like, you have to have other hustles.
Yes.
And I was like, I didn't get that. I'm like, she's just saying that, but this is my dream. This is my art too. But I'm like, no, you are so right. I got 2 babies too, 2 little
Yes.
babies. And it's just like, you motivated me and didn't even know it. Like, seriously. And I'm just like, okay, that was the real. And I know that you was gonna give me that. And so now ever since that, like, our relationship has been what it is now. But like, you really, and now that's stuck in my head all the time. I'm like, I'm trying to tap into everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So just off examples, I know you do some things if you just want to let people know what you're doing.
Yes. Well, you always got to hustle. You
Yes.
always got to figure out, even when you're chasing your dreams, you got to figure out where the money coming from. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? And so you're going to have to figure out things that work within your lane. You don't want to have to go, so far out of your lane in order to get a few dollars. But I was always in, around parties and doing appearances and different things.
So
But
you hosted a lot of events in the city and outside the city.
hosting, just
Yeah. Keeping your name out there.
different things from the radio station. We do appearances and things.
Okay.
But I was always looking, just looking at different things. And my daughter had a birthday party, so I was doing the balloons.
Okay.
I was like, I could do this. Me, I'm
gotta see this,
always
for
like,
real.
I could do this. I could do this.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
YouTube is like the
YouTube
holy
University.
grail because you can go to school and go the long way around and
Right.
different things, but it's so much stuff on YouTube,
Yes.
y'all.
Some things you don't need to go.
So I'm looking, studying, doing. So now I do balloons. I have a company called Simply Ballooniful.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
like the name of it.
I do the fancy backdrops and
Don't
artistic
sugarcoat it.
things.
Do not
It's-
sugarcoat.
Don't call it little. It's a big major thing that you're doing.
No,
you
it's
know?
so much. It's so
like,
much
for real.
fun. It's therapeutic for me
Okay.
Yes.
to make things look pretty. I'm a producer by nature, so I am always seeing like the big
The
picture.
vision.
I
Yeah.
can go into a room and just be like, okay,
I
this
can work
needs
with this
here,
space.
this, that,
Right. Yeah.
So that's just how my mind works. So
Super dope.
so much fun.
Natural feng
I'm
shui.
talking about just
Yeah.
for
Natural
the
feng
grand.
shui.
I'm gonna show you the grandbaby's party.
It was fire.
True. Like I'm not even. It was in a house, but that area that was decorated, it was like literally like mind blowing for real. Like the creative pay attention to details. Everybody can't do it. Cause me, I ain't gonna hold you. I put a couple tablecloths on that thing. We got a cake and we got some balloons, and I'm like, okay, it looks good.
Yes.
All right.
A banner, maybe.
I mean, I think that there's room for everything. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like when you have a special day, everybody wants to feel celebrated.
Yes.
Everybody is going to
Yeah.
take those pictures. What you going to take your pictures in front of? You know what I'm saying? And balloons were such a just a way to fill up the room, but not in the way like a little kid's
Yeah.
Right.
balloons, So it was just an easy way to
Yes.
elevate the space.
So, doing some research and finding out some things that you do. Like you said, you're a multi-business woman. Like you have businesses. So, you have a talk show as well, the Relationship Hour, right?
So with Sam, I'm a producer for Sam Silk with Bijou Star.
Yeah.
And so every day at 1:00 on 93.1, we do reality hour. And so with reality hour, people usually write in their letters. It's kind of, I don't know if you guys remember like a Dear Abby type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
You
yeah, I
have
do.
relationship problems. So they write in and we give our opinion. We give advice that, Sam's big bro, I'm big sis, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
Bijou Star. And so at Silks Tuesdays, we do relationship hour. And I think that it's a very therapeutic thing because we have so much real conversation. And I think that a lot of people like to put things in boxes. They like
Yes.
to put people in boxes.
Closed-minded.
and Usually, the people that are around you are going to echo similar
To what you're
things to
doing.
you,
Yeah, for sure.
but it can keep you in a box. So you get to hear different opinions, the way that people really feel about stuff, and spark those conversations about stuff that you probably might be too embarrassed to initially
Right.
ask a significant other. But we
Yes.
talk about parent relationships, kids, all of those things. So anything pertaining to relationships, we go over all of that, and it's so much fun. The people in the audience, they write their own questions, so you get to hear in real time. Like people gonna tell you, like
they really
they gonna
do.
tell you probably didn't read some crazy stuff on there, didn't you?
I read some crazy
There's good
stuff.
stuff on
Oh,
there. Yeah.
that's how they
I
feel.
was on there too, and then I'm just like, I love the diversity of it too, because you have an older crowd, you have younger, and you really do, like she said, like I've been pretty open-minded, but some stuff people really think these ways, and to me,
Yes.
it sounds crazy, but it's like I'm not judging, so it's like a no judgment zone.
Right.
We're not like cussing nobody out, and I love that too. It's like an open floor. People get to talk and share their opinions. I'm actually trying to recreate that with our generation. I've had a podcast. Well, trying to start one. You know, we do once a month. It's just more like an event where we just actually have these conversations because nobody is talking about this. Yeah. And people who are in these relationships, they're not happy. They don't really know how to start. They're not happy within themselves. And it's just like, we need to have these conversations. That's what Mila Topics is all about. And that's
especially
what yours is about.
your age range, because the dating y'all do is crazy.
It's insane.
I don't even know what that is.
It's not dating. I was just talking about this.
It's so dysfunctional.
I had my speed dating event yesterday, and people, I was just saying this, people don't even talk.
They
like,
don't.
They
literally, we're so used to Tinder and IG apps and like, a couple text messages. People don't even want to talk on the phone. No, I want to hear your voice.
Yeah.
And I want to hear your reactions to
only
things.
Go but so far.
When we're on a date, I work at a restaurant part-time as a waitress. And it's like, y'all on the date, y'all don't even talk. Y'all just literally.
Oh, no.
On the whole time. What was y'all purpose of coming out? Y'all could have got this to go. Like, seriously, I don't get it. And I hate that for us. Yeah. And it's just like, that's what I said. We literally see, you're attractive, I'm attractive. All right, we do it. Boom. You don't know what they like. You don't know what their thought process is, what their vision is. They might be comfortable with their 9 to 5. You might be trying to evolve. You might try to be a business person. What's your spirituality? What's your traumas? What are you going through?
Yes.
So while y'all mention that, you interview the player of all players, Bill Bellamy. I had to bring this up since y'all want to talk about how to be a player, Mr. Bill Bellamy. And since y'all talking about relationship, how was that meeting him?
Oh, he is so nice, just a naturally funny guy.
He seemed like it on screen.
But it's so funny because like all of the comedians and things, they're
pretty laid back.
So cool. Yeah. Just so regular, just so nice. But yeah, he's a cool dude.
He's cool. Okay.
I had to ask.
I had it, and especially y'all going in on relationships is Valentine's Day coming up.
But
so
see,
I'm like,
that was just a movie because Bill is very married. He's been married for a while.
Yeah. So he's just a great actor.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, how's it dating you feel like for you right now? Like, I know you're not dating, but like as far as like.
Next. Next.
I'm saying because I feel like it's like crap in every area.
It's so sad.
My daddy is 73 and he's a good man.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be single. Maybe God just hasn't found it. It's just like women have literally stood my dad up. You've met my dad before.
Yeah.
Like literally buy the tickets an hour before, like, oh yeah, I'm canceling. Everybody is just I think
he dating some young girls. He dated some young girls. That's
he said, "I'll buy your Uber." Stop it.
I think even with the relationship thing, to have different generations is important because even when I had you, I wanted people to see kind of what's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because we had a whole different thing, y'all. You couldn't be calling people's house past 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Because
same thing when I was growing up.
You better not be calling nobody's mama's house past 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And you moved more respectfully. I don't know, y'all music just is so misogynistic.
Yes.
And, it's all about you.
So my next question for you, right? So from doing radio, and it's always like kind of, I mean, you make appearances, but you're behind the scenes and people hear your voice, so your voice is known everywhere, right? How is it that's like the new wave of things like podcasting and stuff like that? How do you relate to both?
Well, I love it because I started off, with internet before it was podcasting,
Mm-hmm.
We kind of were pioneering this thing
like
when
the
we
beginning.
did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now it's called podcasting, but
y'all been doing this for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that, people want to find a way to relate. And even though we're going more and more digital,
right.
They're still trying to figure out like some of the things that we used to learn by going out. We used to
trying to figure out that connection.
Yes. We went to the club. You talked to these people, that people, everything is so disconnected.
Everything is
That's how you felt today.
Cliquish. Like everything is.
How did you feel at the speed dating? I know it's easy for you, but it wasn't easy for everybody. It was like people were like really shy. Like, I had guided questions because I'm just like people might not know what to ask.
Y'all don't know how to talk to each other.
Yeah, there has to be an icebreaker. So the first thing I did was, hey, give me a hug. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk to you. You know, break the connection real quick.
Next speed date, I'm going to have an icebreaker. He said, give me a hug.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hey, come here. Come and talk. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it.
Come here. Give me a hug.
No, man.
That's what you say to the girl.
Oh, man. Y'all about to come
like, come here, boo. Give me a hug.
Come here, baby. Let me
Wait,
see
what comes next? Right. What comes?
Hey, listen.
Let me see if you got on some undergarments.
Oh, my God. I'm not even thinking like that.
Smell.
Hey, man, hey, no. Personal hygiene, they better smell good. Their personal hygiene
You
is a
smell
big
like
must.
flowers.
You use Colgate.
Flowers in the new bath, huh?
Your breath a little rancid. It's not going well.
Right.
That is hilarious.
You know what, baby? I'm going to go to the next.
I'm just, you going
man.
over here? I think you were supposed to sit
Not gonna
all the
lie.
way over there.
It was some people I would just nod in my head to, like,
But don't do that.
But some people was really nice to talk to. It was great conversations. You know, I got to learn some people there. So it was a great event. It was.
I'm gonna try to have more. I want to have.
Inviting. Yeah, that's.
Wait, did you feel like can you feel a love connection? Like, is there electricity?
Yeah.
Or what y'all be feeling now?
I think it's about me being able to have an actual conversation. That's a big deal because people can't even hold conversations. You ever been on a date and you be like, there's no substance in this. What are we doing? And I'm ready to go. The phone calls, the bailout calls. Call me, sis. I need to come get my kids. It's time to go.
Oh, see, y'all miss the age.
Gotta get
Like
outta here.
your dad's age. Now, those guys, they had the gift of gab.
Yes.
Like, that was practiced. You better, have the mouthpiece.
you gotta be
You
smooth.
had to
That's the
have
way
that
it's going.
mouthpiece.
You just got to be smooth.
But see,
That's
now
it.
I think we don't require women. We don't require that no more.
No.
It's just like, oh, he cool. Yeah, girl, he paid for my dinner. What y'all do after that? Well, we did go to his house. Oh, all right. That's it.
I told you everything was sped up.
That's it.
Talk about that on.
Kill me now.
I'm trying.
Take me now, Lord.
See, that's how y'all end up having these kids. And
Not
y'all don't
me.
even
Thank
know
you,
these
God,
damn
for Morena
people.
and the IUD. I think I just switched to
don't know
Carlina.
these
I want to
people.
shout out to them.
Hey, listen.
Not me.
It take
90 days.
No,
Say-
I-
they-
I said it.
No, I'm talking about you supposed to say the cookie for 90 days.
That's what my dad says all the time. I ain't gonna lie. If I would have did that, there would be some people that would definitely would have been an L, and I never would have even dealt with them.
Right.
So I agree with that. If I would have waited, I ain't gonna say the exact time, but too
I can't
much.
wish. You can't get it back. You can't get.
You can't get it back.
You can't get the cookie back once it's gone.
Yeah.
Speaking of not giving the cookie away,
Okay.
Oh my God.
this is real. We just talked about this. Being a woman in the industry is completely different for a man,
Yes.
and so not giving that cookie away can make or break your career in certain eyes.
She said
And
no.
I'm saying it like this. Now, let me switch it. I'm gonna reframe. Because personally, if I want to have, it's been so many.
So you gonna get to the top quick, huh?
No, I ain't saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, I probably would, but that's neither here nor there.
Got these nice boots on.
Right.
Give me
What
a
you
call, Ricky Smiley. You know what I'm saying?
Ricky Smiley.
I just named somebody random. I don't want Ricky.
No,
he ain't
you
my
said-
type.
yeah.
Maybe it's
Anyway.
maybe it's
Ricky
Steve
cool,
Harvey.
Ricky
Maybe
cool.
it's Steve
Oh,
Harvey
Lord.
on the
Ricky
older
cool.
side.
Ricky. Okay.
But so
Let me
anyway,
treat a lady right. Let me finish my point.
Okay. What's your
When I say make or break, not physical. Nobody can ever take away what God already has for you.
Right.
But meaning like they try us, and I had to learn discernment, and I had to learn all money not good money. And the men that have tried, I can't work with them no more. And not to say that it broke my career, but it's harder for us to continue on with the path we're trying to do because of us being women. And then I feel like I am in a leery situation with it because it's just like, I think us women do see the women that do sleep with so-and-so and then there are skylines. I haven't done it, honestly, but it's just like, it's difficult for us, like, for real, to make those decisions.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel that women have different challenges.
Yes.
You know, you have to do your job. You have to be the best.
Yes.
But you also have to be able to sidestep some landmines
Yeah.
without compromising the relationship.
No, seriously.
And one of those things is you can't be sleeping with these dudes because honestly, the industries, it seems like, okay, this is a little pocket over here. I'm just not going to work with this dude no more. But you don't want people with your secrets and stuff all in the industry because
You
it
get that
follows
name.
you.
It will.
And, the next person that he see, he sees somebody else that you working with. And, oh yeah, I
They
used
talking.
to work with her. What was up with her?
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
They will talk.
oh, you
Yeah.
already know she a freak.
Yeah.
She this, she that.
Yeah.
And so now he expecting the same thing, even if he didn't think that he was gonna go that far with you. He
Yes.
expecting. I mean, he don't want to catch no shorts.
No, seriously though.
He ain't
Yeah.
taking no shorts. So you have to be so careful about the way that you present yourself in entertainment. It's less than 6 degrees of separation with everything. And that ain't the way. I mean,
So there's a segue that we do going towards the end of our show, called a mental health check that Mila came up with. And so in your current state right now, how are you? How you doing? Are you happy? Yeah, no. That's a real honest question.
No,
Like,
I asked it because like a lot of times people will literally just say they okay. I always say that, and people they've been coming on here and they've been telling their honest truth about how they're feeling mentally. And it's very important to me. I've had people close to me that have died of overdoses, and things of that nature. And so, on a serious note, I always ask that because I'm literally intentional with my mental health. I'm intentional with who I'm around. I'm intentional with going to church, with journaling, with having my do not disturb days every Thursday. And so I wanted to incorporate that on the show.
absolutely. I mean, I think it's so important that people learn to, have those conversations, those tough conversations, and not be splintered. I think that the best thing that ever happened to me was realizing, where was I splintered? Where am I putting out this face when I'm really feeling like that?
Can't go up to everything, can't go to every event.
Right. So, it comes a time when you have to reconcile some of those things. And it doesn't mean that you won't have bad days. It doesn't mean that, things won't go wrong. But when you're able to have that dialogue with yourself to say, okay, let me assess this. Am I tripping?
Yeah.
What's going on with this situation? What's my part in it? And I
Yes.
think that's what people miss.
Their accountability factor is gone.
It's so important because it will keep you grounded. It will keep you humble. It ain't always them.
I played a role too.
Yeah. And until you figure out who you are, how you showing up, in the world, then you're gonna continue to have this splintering.
Yes.
But me personally, I take things day by day. Things don't really break me that easily because I know who I am. I don't involve things in my life. Everything is truly my choice.
Yeah.
If I can,
Yeah.
I will.
Yes, but
And
not
if I
overextending
can't,
yourself.
I'm not stressing. That's
really good.
all right. And lastly, before we check out of here, you want to drop some gems and leave some gems for the city, for the
Any
next
advice?
up and coming people who wants to be stars, who wants to join radio. What would you say to the people that how you got your stardom, or just drop some gems for the people out there that's watching?
Sure. It's no easy win out here. I know you like to see these stories. You think people pop up out of nowhere and they just make it because they're so cute. Outwork everybody in the building. Outwork everybody in the building, because what makes you unique, what you bring to any team that you walk into, everybody should be saying the same things about you. Like, it was great working with her. I didn't have to worry about anything because One thing I know is that when I come in a building, I'm all about my business.
Come on now.
I'm going to figure out how I can make my team better, how I can make the project better. And those things, if you know that you can outwork, it doesn't mean you have to know everything coming in the building. You just have to be willing to know, willing to add to the picture. And other than that,
yes.
Okay, everybody.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you for being on this show, the Midwest Takeoff.
that's fine.
Believing in what we're doing is super dope. You did not have to come on here. We really are truly
but we truly
appreciative.
appreciate you that
It was
you
a
did.
great show.
So much fun.
Yes, and we have a performer for y'all today.
That
you are
don't
not
wanna
going to
miss.
want to miss. Y'all have to watch this. She goes by the name of Kat. She is from Cleveland. She's not only a singer, she's a songwriter, she's a creative director, and she is going to perform for us. We are super excited.
Her song is called Fall in Love, and she's coming up next. Tune in.
Hey, we're on Midwest Takeoff, and I am Catherine Danielle. Thanks for having me. This is my song called Fall in Love. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Sometimes I feel like I'll never find the one. Wanna throw in the towel, give up, yeah. I just wanna be done. I'm getting really tired of the hey beautiful, what you doing text. Swear to God I know exactly what's coming next. And what I'm doing is losing interest. You're gonna ask me to come chill. Can I cook you a meal and not offer to pay one of these bills? But still I wanna fall in love. 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 Sometimes I feel like maybe I found the one. It starts off good in the beginning, then they get to acting dumb. I can't wait to be done with this dating thing. I can't wait till I can show off my wedding ring and tell my girlfriends this is the real thing. I'm gonna stay home and chill. I'm gonna cook my man a meal and not worry about paying one bill. But still I wanna fall in love. 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 I wanna fall, yeah. Wanna fall, need to fall in love. Hey, I wanna fall in love. Oh, yeah. I wanna fall in love. I wanna fall. Y'all wanna fall in love? Somebody, anybody, let's fall in love.
We really appreciate y'all for watching the Midwest Takeoff. Please like, share, subscribe, repost, send to your grandma, send to your auntie. These conversations need to be had. We are super excited to have Miss Kenya Brown today. It was so dope.
Yes, she was amazing.
Please make sure y'all tune in to our next episode.